Right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marie Balolu. I'm the program manager for the Global Next Venture Education Office. It is very nice to have the pleasure to have this presentation. I will be introducing all of our partner schools in this session. I'll be discussing a little bit more about what to expect in a study abroad program, what are the advantages and benefits of participating in the study abroad program, and what you can, what partners or what resources at the partners you can take advantage of. So again, my name is Marie Balulu. I'm the program manager for our office. I'm in charge of managing our semester-based exchanges for our graduate students, as well as short-term opportunities for both undergraduate and graduate students here at GW. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started. This session is being recorded, so it will be made available for students who can attend. It'll also be posted on the website. So this session will cover why students should pursue long-term study abroad. We will look into destinations. We have 20 partner institutions around the world, so we will discuss every single one of those partners in detail in terms of what terms they offer and what opportunities are available to our students who travel to these destinations. We'll also talk a little bit about the application process so that students can get familiar with the application procedure and the critical dates and deadlines. Great, so now let's talk about why do a study abroad program at a partner university. So of course, the top reason is because GWSB's 20 partner institutions are top business schools around the world with diverse areas of expertise. These partners have been intentionally and strategically selected to complement and supplement GWSB. So we want students to take advantage of these opportunities because many of our partners, for example, offer courses that are not offered here at GWSB, and those are their areas of expertise. We'll dive into specific course offerings and subject offerings per partner, but we have some great examples like schools offering amazing courses in luxury branding and entrepreneurship and emerging markets. So those are the types of things that you can expect with our partners. Studying at a long-term studying at a partner university also exposes students to new academic environments and languages. This is a perfect opportunity to be completely and fully immersed in an environment where you will be have a handle on the local language, totally immersed on the culture. So it will really give students first-hand experience if they don't have any on full immersion into a different cultural environment. It's also an amazing opportunity to expand your network because you are in classrooms with students from all around the world with all types of background, hence improving and expanding your network. It will help you build invaluable life skills and diversify your experience. So what are the considerations for choosing a program? Well, you want to look at the academic and programmatic side. So you want to look at regional, national, and sector exposure. So GNE strives to have a diverse range of offerings across multiple regions and sectors. So we look to enrich students' regional expertise or expand on it. So many of you are switching industry, and these programs are a great way to gain additional insights and expertise in the specific area. Another item to look at is academic opportunities. You want to see what each partner has to offer. You also want to consider what will count towards an elective towards your degree program. Many of you are enrolled in specific GWSB certificates. Many of them don't allow to transfer outside credits, but some do. So it's always really important to have a good handle on what types of academic opportunities you are personally looking for and what you can take while you're abroad. Other practical and professional consideration, of course, you want to look at cost and tuition. The advantage of studying on these programs is that you're not responsible for paying tuition and fees at the partner institution. So that means that you will be paying GW tuition for these programs, and there is no fees for tuition due at the partner. So you would be enrolling fully at the partner in coursework the same way you would while at GW. So the cost that you want to look at is the living cost, living expenses for your time abroad. So many, major cities are typically higher in the cost of living, but there's typically a mid-range of, for example, finding a good apartment close to the school where you can easily commute. So those are all of the things that you want to start thinking about as you prepare for your experience. You also want to consider timing. In your GWSB program, when would be the best chance to get away for a semester exchange program? There are certain core requirement of degree programs that are not offered in specific semesters. So if you need a specific class, a core class, in order to graduate, you want to make sure that you go abroad, that you going abroad doesn't interfere with your ability to graduate on time. So let's say you have a mandatory financial accounting, for example, course that is mandatory for your graduation. You want to make sure you know when that course is being offered. If it's only offered in the fall, then you may want to consider going abroad during the spring so that you can take any core requirements in the fall, fulfill all your core requirements, then go abroad, or fulfill them as you come back from GW to GW. All right, who can study abroad? So active undergraduate students at GWSB can study abroad through the Office for Study Abroad. The undergraduate exchanges are managed centrally. So all of our undergraduate students would apply through the OSA and will receive guidance from the OSA on the application process, onboarding, and pre-departure. Active GWSB graduate students would apply through our office, the Global and Experiential Education. So the deadline for spring programs is typically in September, whilst the deadline for the fall 2023 programs is actually coming up in on March 19. So March 19 would be the deadline to apply for a fall 2023 program, which I'll just change on the slide here. The advantage with also applying by the March 19th deadline is that we are also accepting priority spring 2024 applications. So if there's a partner institution that you really, really want to go to, that would give you priority review if you want to go in the spring of 2024. So highly recommended if you're interested in studying abroad in the spring of 24 to apply by the 19th. Great. How to apply? Very simple process. So the application process is online through the platform called GW Passport. So what is going to happen is that you're going to go on the website. All of our partners are listed. So you will click on the partner of your choice. Each partner is highlighted. That will guide you to an online web brochure. Once you open up the web brochure, you'll be able to read about the partner, about what type of institutions there are, what subject area there is their area of expertise. You'll be able to read about a little bit about the history, background of the school, and you also get a course listing. Sometimes when it's available, you'll see the course listing and what other sort of courses and maybe the local languages and everything that is available at the partner. On the brochure, you also see an Apply Now button. So once you click on that Apply Now button, it will guide you to this platform called GW Passport. So you'll need to log in with your net ID or user ID. That's very important because if you can log into your GWeb, Blackboard, email, and GW systems, you will also have access to GW Passport. It's the exact same login. Applications will close at 11:59 on March 19th. That is a hard deadline. So please make sure to get all of your applications in by then. Then you will basically have an interview with my office. So a week after the week following the deadline, so starting on March 20th, you'll be able to sign up for an interview slot. You'll interview with GNEE. And once the interviews are done and the applications are reviewed, decisions will be shared with students on or after March 29th. Now, after that date, I typically give 10 days for students to commit to the program of their choice, but it does depend on the partner's deadline. Some partners have earlier deadlines to commit to their programs, so that will be communicating with individual students depending on what specific partners they're interested in. So registration and billing. How does registration and billing works? Well, like I mentioned before, all the billing happens at GW. So you'll be enrolled in a placeholder course for Exchange with 235, which will trigger your tuition credits for the semester you're studying abroad. And you will basically be billed for that sort of the amount of credits that you're transferring back at GW. So if you need 9 credits towards your general elective, and that's all you need to graduate, that's all you will be enrolling in and paying GW tuition for while you're abroad. And then you need to enroll in GeoBlue. GeoBlue is a travel health insurance plan for the university for students, staff, and faculty traveling abroad. So all students who are traveling abroad to the partner institutions will be able to self-enroll in GeoBlue. So once you know the dates that you'll be traveling, you can enroll in GeoBlue, and then it will cover you for medical emergencies while you're abroad. Then you also have access to our Cultural Navigator platform, which will provide you with some cultural tips and preferences so you can better prepare for your experience in country. And then you will get all of your classes that you're taking abroad approved by your academic advisor. That's probably the most important step in the process because that's what ensures that all of your credits that you take abroad actually get transferred into your GW record. So it's very important that your advisor approves that you study abroad and approves the courses that you are going to be taking abroad. Some additional notes. The majority of courses that are offered our partner are offered in English, are taught in English. There's going to be some flexibility. So for students who are familiar with the local language, for example, may be able to enroll in some additional classes, but that will just give you a few more options. All the classes that will be offered to students will be taught in English, so you don't have to worry about being unfamiliar with the local language. Students are required to enroll in a minimum of 9 credits at the partner institution. 9 credits is full-time enrollment here at GW, so we expect you to be enrolled full-time at the partner as needed. Advisor approval is required for credit transfer, so you need to make sure to get your petition to transfer credit approved. And students can transfer up to 15 credits back to GW. Of course, that would depend on how much elective space you have in your degree program, but you can transfer up to 15. Anything over 15, you'll be responsible for paying tuition at the partner. Only transfer credits, we only transfer the credits, not the grade. So that means that if you have straight A's while you are studying at the partner, it won't necessarily improve your GPA because only the credits will transfer. Similarly, if you have, all B's, it won't affect your GPA in a negative way. The only note about this is that you need to make sure to pass all of your classes at GW standard in order to get your classes transferred. GW standard is a B or above, so you must get a B or above equivalent grade with the partner. So if you're going to a specific partner, you need to make sure what that B equivalency looked like and make sure to hit that grade when you're studying abroad to ensure that your credits transfer. Great. So the process of approving your courses for transfer is very easy. So all you have to do is complete this petition to transfer credit. It is very simple. You put your name at the top, your GWID. You want to put your degree program. So we need to make sure that we have that on file, the partner institution where you'll be going, the semester that you'll be traveling abroad, and then of course, date and sign. Now here at the bottom here, you'll be indicating what courses you're taking at the partner. So of course, the way courses are listed at the partner versus GW will be different, right? So the partners may not list courses like GW has. For example, we would have a class MBAD 6290 for 3 credit hours. This is the title. At the partner, maybe it's just going to be just a title and a number, right? So you may not see necessarily the department or course number, so you can just ignore that, it's fine. The most important aspects is the credit hours. You want to know how many credit hours at the partners, and then you want to put the course title, so which course you're taking. So let's say it's let's say digital marketing, for example. You'd indicate the digital marketing here, and you're taking it at a European partner. So let's say it's 6 ECTS, you put that here. And then you want to indicate on the GW equivalent line how you want that class to transfer to your GW record. So if you're taking a digital marketing class, for example, you can write the same title, digital marketing, and then indicate here in the department and course number, you'll put, for example, MKTG for marketing, 6290 for 3 credits. 6 ECTS. ECTS is the European credit system. It's 2 ECTS to 1 GW credit. So you divide that by 2, you have 3 GW credits. So then your resulting class for GW equivalent would be marketing 6290 for 3 credit hours, digital marketing. And that's what your advisor will sign off on to make sure that we know that it's approved by your academic advisor. So if you're unsure of how your courses should be transferred, it's always great to have your advisor look at it, because they'll be able to look at your degree map, see what requirements you still haven't fulfilled and what elective space you still have. So if your advisor says, for example, it's like, well, it's a digital marketing class, but it will be more advantageous for you to transfer it as international business elective. So it'll be like, just change it to IBIS 6290 and then transfer it as that elective. So it's always good to have a conversation with your advisor so you know what to, that you're transferring the right credits towards your degree program. All right, so let's shift into the second part of the presentation, which is about our partner institution. I'm very proud to present this list because we work really hard to secure these partnerships. Our partners are amazing. They've hosted our students in the past, and all students have always had really, really great experiences. So I will dive into each one of the institutions, what their subject area of expertise is, and any sort of further information that that you may need about the program. Of course, there's a lot more on the website, so keep an eye on the website. All the brochures I'm slowly updating as I receive updated information from the partners, including they usually send me updated information in terms of their start and end date for their semesters, maybe course rosters if they have it already available. So those are the type of things that I will be updating. So you will see those brochures changing slightly as we go. But things that will not change is basically like the semester terms, for example, that are offered, the credit equivalency, and those types of the main portions that I'm actually going to talk about now will not change or will not be updated. All right, great. So our first partner is Audencia Business School. So Audencia Business School is located in Nantes city in France. They have 2 campuses, one in Nantes, which is the main campus. That's where students would be taking all their classes. And they have an executive campus in Paris, typically that hosts the short-term program that happens over the spring break. Who is eligible to participate in this exchange? MBA, all MBA and specialized masters. Audencia has a master's in management program, which where most of the classes that will be available to you will be hosted. They do have some MBA classes that will be open, but it will be mainly for mini module classes rather than the type of MBA classes that you'll see here at GW. So their strengths include responsible management, information systems, social impact, and sustainability. They offer full-length exchange programs in the fall or in the spring. Their credit equivalency is ECTS. They use the ECTS system, so 2 ECTS equals 1 GW credit. They do have some free language classes for exchange students, so you'll be able to take free French language classes if you are interested. It's worth noting that Audencia is one of our longest standing partners, and they also have a number of short-term programs available, which typically occur over the spring break and the summer. This summer, they don't have anything for for graduate students, but typically over the summer they would have a short-term, some type of short-term program. Our second partner is Bocconi University. Bocconi University is located in Milan in Italy. This program is eligible for both MBA and specialized masters. Bocconi is a university, so our partnership is with the institution. They have a management or like a business school, but your classes will be taking mainly in the at the SDA schools, SDA schools. So you want to make sure that the classes that you want to take while you're at Bocconi are not MBA, because you'll be basically taking classes in management in the management program. So their strengths include luxury brand management. They're very well known for that. Strategic management and economics. They offer full-length semester in the fall and the spring. They do have Italian language courses for a small fee. They have some courses that basically happen before the semester begins, that you can take sort of intensive Italian language courses, or you can take one that spreads throughout the semester depending on your interest. Sorry about that. And they're quite supportive of exchange students. So they have a great support system for exchange students, which facilitates the experience. Great. Our next partner is Copenhagen Business School, or CBS. They're located in Copenhagen in Denmark. This program is open to both MBA and specialized masters. The strengths of the institution include combining business and cross-disciplinary research. It's very interesting, students that we get from CBS, because this, of course, this presentation is meant to encourage our students to study abroad, but we also host students from these exact same partners. So we do have a student from CBS here with us in the spring semester. It is always very interesting to see that they always have two areas in their master's degree. Many of them focus on economics and philosophy, for example. So there's a lot of cross-disciplinary research that's built into their program. So another area of strength of the institution is social responsibility and sustainability. As a matter of fact, their spring break program revolves around sustainability, which is an amazing opportunity for students. And they also have a lot of different opportunities for students to experience the green industry in the Scandinavian region. They also specialize in financial risk management and innovation. They offer full semester in the fall and the spring, also on the ECTS system. They do have Danish language courses offered for a fee. Also worth noting that they also have a spring break program and a summer program. Summer short-term programs are currently open. Applications are currently open. So if you're interested in CBS maybe, but you don't want to spend a full semester there, they also have their 3 or 6 week program over the summer. So that could be also a good opportunity to experience the partner. Our next partner is the Chinese University of Hong Kong. They are located in Hong Kong. Their strengths include entrepreneurship and Asian markets. They're one of our longest, they have one of the longest established Asian MBA programs. They focus on hospitality, IT, accounting, and marketing. And they also have some great strengths in the finance areas. This program is open to both MBA and specialized masters. The length of the exchange is typically, they have different terms. It's slightly different than GW. Term 1 is September through November, and term 3 would be March to June. So those are the 2 terms that are available for exchange with this partner. So if you are interested in more like a spring exchange, you need to know that their term will start in March. So you will be able to have a delayed start of the semester. One CUHK credit equals one GW credit. So that's pretty straightforward. They do have Mandarin and Cantonese language classes for a fee at their language center. Some are credit bearing, some are not credit bearing. So it depends on what your area of focus and your interest is in learning a new language. Our next partner is the European Business School, or EBS, located in, I cannot pronounce the name of the city, Ostrich-Winkel in Germany. It's about an hour out of Frankfurt. Both MBA and specialized masters are eligible to do the exchange program. Their strengths include finance, logistics, automotive management, and real estate. They are offer both a fall and a spring semester full, same as GW, so a late August to early December, and mid to late January through early May. They have intensive German language classes that are available to exchange students as well for a small fee. Next partner is EDEC Business School. They're located in Lille and Nice. They have two campuses. Both campuses have different focuses. So depending on what specific classes you want to take, you'll have to pick one, either one campuses. So you can't take classes across the campus. So if you're focused on finance, economics, and risk, you would basically take classes on their Nice campus, on their campus in Nice. If you're interested in business management and marketing, then you would take classes on their Lille campus. So same, they offer full fall and spring semester, same, pretty much similar as the GW semester. And they do have free language classes available for exchange students. They do also have a summer program, which is, again, applications are open for short-term summer programs. Their short summer program is about 2 weeks long. It's around the luxury industry and hospitality. So if you're interested in EDEC, but you may not want to spend a full semester there, short-term exchange is a good way to get a sense of this partner. Next partner is ESSEC Business School, also located in France. They're in Cergy-Pontoise, which is just an hour outside Paris. They also have an executive campus. Some of the courses or activities would happen on the Paris campus. They have both MBA and specialized masters are eligible for the program. Their strengths include agribusiness entrepreneurship, health, hospitality management, and luxury brand management. They offer 3 terms for exchange, October through December, which is their term 1. Term 2, which is recommended, is January through April, and then they have a third term, April through June. So this program is worth mentioning. Is quite ESSEC is has a quite sorry, lost my words there. They're very strong in the luxury brand in field, and they have really strong partnerships with organizations like companies like LVMH. So they have the reason why the term 2, January through April, is recommended is because they have the luxury chair LVMH are running in that term, and exchange students would be eligible to apply to that program. It's another application process you have to get in, but that would give you access to basically do a separate certificate in luxury branding. It's a very powerful program. They have executives from the brand coming in talking to students, and a lot of very, very interesting company visits and seminars with people in the field, in the industry. We currently actually have 2 students studying at ESSEC this spring. So if you want to be connected with those folks, I'm happy to make introductions. Our next partner is Fudan School of Management. I'm very excited to introduce them because they were offline because of COVID. They weren't accepting exchange students for 2.5 years now, but they just recently were able to reopen up their program, and they're very excited to be able to host exchange students. They're located in Shanghai in China. They both MBA and specialized masters are eligible to apply for the program, but for different semesters. So MBA students can will only be eligible for the spring semester. So if you're an MBA student, you can only apply for the spring 2024. If you're I'm sorry, if you're an MBA student, you can apply both for fall 23 and spring 24. If you're a specialized master's student, you can only apply for fall 2023, or it'll have to be fall 2024. So every fall, you'll be able to take advantage of their exchange program. So their strengths, they have a lot of really, really good connections with businesses. So a lot of their classes actually include company visits. They have really great connections with companies in the city. That's one of the reasons why like their project-based learning curricula is quite strong. They also have joint degrees taught by MIT and UHK, which is sort of like one of the things that makes them so renowned in the country. So their lengths of they have fall and spring, of course, if fall being only for specialized masters, and spring both and fall being for specialized master. If you're specialized master, you can apply for fall. If you're an MBA, you can apply for both fall and the spring. Credit equivalency is simple. 1 Fudan credit equals 1 GW credit. They do offer free exchange, free Chinese language classes for exchange students. They have some, or they used to have some funding available for exchange students to cover some living expenses. There is an application process. Although with COVID, we don't know where their budget stands, but that's something that I can double confirm if students are interested. They also have information on internships. So if students are interested in interning in Shanghai, they may have some good connections to help students get internships. Our next partner is the Grenoble School of Management. They're located in Grenoble in France, have both MBA and specialized masters. Their strengths include innovation management and technology. They have business consulting, entrepreneurship, global management. They offer full semesters in the fall and spring. They also offer a short-term program, which typically occurs over the winter break. So the next program will be offered winter of 2024 if students are interested in those types of shorter term programs. Next partner is IAE Business School. They're located in Pilar in Argentina. They have a second campus in Buenos Aires, I believe, which they've recently moved some of their faculties to. This program is only open to MBA students, so specialized masters are not eligible to apply. Their strengths include innovation and entrepreneurship and emerging economies. They have 3 periods that are open to exchanges. The period 1 runs August to mid-December. They have 2 modules in there. Period 2 runs January to mid-March, and then the last period is mid-March to June. So in each module, you have a selection of classes, so you can take classes across both modules or only in one module. It's quite flexible in terms of the timeline. Next partner is IPADE Business School, located in Mexico City. They have strengths in business management. Their classes are very much structured around the case study method. So that gives students sort of a practical approach to business. They have a great focus on emerging markets. And this is an institution that was founded by Enterprise, that they're very proud. That makes them very proud. They offer exchange only in the spring semester, in the GW spring semester, in which you have the option to have take 2 terms. So there's a winter term, January to mid-March, or the spring term, April to mid-June. Korea University Business School is located in Seoul. It's one of our students very much like this institution, this program. Typically we have students going there every term. So this program is open both to MBA and specialized masters. They focus on accounting, finance, marketing, and management. And they have great relationship with top companies as well, very much like Fudan University. They actually offer they no longer offer their exchange semester the in the fall. So the only option that students will have moving forward, and that's been updated on the website, is the spring is a spring term exchange. So their spring exchange will start March, I believe. Yeah, March ends to end of April, and May through end of June, which is recommended because that's where all the electives are. So again, they would only offer a spring term for all students. Their spring term it has more electives because in the past they used to offer in the fall, but there's not enough courses for exchange students to take it. It's usually they've been scrambling with that. So moving forward, they're only offering to host exchange students in the spring semester. All right. Our next partner is National Shanxi University, or NCCU College of Commerce. They're located in Taipei in Taiwan. I'm also very excited to be able to present on them because they're finally reopened. They have specialties both in MBA and specialized masters, specializing. They have an international MBA focused on leadership and multicultural team building. They offer full-term exchange in the fall and spring, both available. And they also have Mandarin language classes available for exchange students and those who might be interested. Did I skip one? No. Maastricht University is located in the Netherlands. They also have MBA and specialized masters. Their strengths include problem-based learning. Their whole curricula is actually designed around problem-based solving. So they have all their classes already embedded in the learning. So their courses are very deeply experiential and very practical. They have focus on international and financial economics, and they have courses spanning over 10 different specialized master's program. The University of St. Gallen is located in Switzerland. They have both MBA and specialized master's students can apply for the program. They have an international study program, or ISP, but that's reserved for MBA students only. So that's a 10-week program in the fall and the spring, and it's a cohort style exchange. So MBA students will be in a group with other MBA students from all around the world, which is an amazing opportunity. So you'll be taking the same classes. So it's very much like the cohort style full-time MBA program here at GW, except that you'll be in a much broader group because all the students will be coming from different partners around the world. So St. Gallen's is like one of the top 10 business schools in Europe. Their master's in management is #1 in Europe. And they also have a symposium that is student-led that they host every year. Since the pandemic started, I believe they stopped, but that's probably going to resume this year as well. So they offer terms in the fall and the spring, same thing for the ISP program. They do offer some free German language classes for exchange students if they're interested. Next partner is the TAU Collar School of Management. TAU stands for Tel Aviv University. They're located in Tel Aviv in Israel. Their strengths include entrepreneurship, technology and information systems, high tech and innovation. I mean, the city itself is host to so many great startups. They're a city of innovation, so it is an amazing institution to be taking classes at. So this program is only open in the fall, so you can only do a full exchange with TAU, Tel Aviv University. They have a short-term program over the summer where they offer just module, 1 week condensed classes. So that's a really good way to also sort of get an idea of what what type of institutions they are, or what type of classes you would want to take if you were to do a full exchange with them. Finally, the University of Cape Town Graduate School of Business is located in Cape Town, South Africa. This program is open to MBA students only. Their strengths include emerging markets, value-based leadership, social innovation, and entrepreneurship. They have 2 terms, mid-January to mid-April, which is their term 1, and then their fall term, which is term 4, October to December. They do prefer students coming in the spring, but they're because there's just a lot more in terms of activities that the students can do, but it's there's a limited amount of classes students can take. Most of the classes revolve around emerging markets, but again, everything on the website, you'll get more information about the types of courses that are offered at GSB. One note about Cape Town is that they have a high profile MBA cohort with multiple years of experience. So students who are applying for this program should, match that level of experience. Like GSB students have an average 7 years of experience when entering the program. All right, so last I'll just speak briefly about a few of our partners that we still have active partnerships with, but unfortunately, exchange is currently on hold for multiple reasons. So one partner is Koç University in Turkey, in Istanbul. The restriction is more a security restriction. So at GW level, there is an embargo on travel to Turkey. So we don't have any programs running in Turkey, but the destination is currently under review, the faculty at the university level. So we might be able to open this up again for exchanges. But if you're really interested in going, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. There may be some possibility that you'll be able to travel to Turkey. You may need maybe some additional training or some additional resources from the university. But if you're really interested, definitely reach out, and I'll be able to communicate further about the opportunity. Second partner that's currently on hold is American University in Cairo that we have an active partnership with. Located in Cairo, they're really strong in emerging markets. They have smaller programs, so they're very student centered. Currently also on hold. So if you're interested in university in American University in Cairo, which is AUC, please reach out to me, and then we can discuss it a little bit further. Last but not least is Melbourne Business School. This partnership is on hold because I think I failed to mention this at the beginning, but these types of partnership that we have encourage active exchange of students. So I can send students to a partner, as many as I can receive. So from Melbourne Business School, I've sent a lot of students who've done, exchange programs, short-term programs, but I haven't received as many students from the partner. So we have to wait until the students, until that balance is reestablished before I can send more students. So that's the only reason why this partnership is currently on hold. The application process I mentioned at the beginning is quite simple. So you'll be filling out an online application. You need to submit your transcript, resume, and essay, and your bio. In your essay, you can tell me about yourself. In that personal statement, you really want to use that space to describe what type of unique opportunity you're looking for and what specifically at the partner you're interested in. There's a limited number of spots per program, so you really want to make your application stand out from others. Then there will be a G&E interview. So once the application deadline passes, I'll be scheduling interviews with all the candidates. And then the third step would be extending offers to the different students. So I encourage students, if you really want to study abroad, apply to more than one partner, because that will ensure that you get in at least one. So you want to make sure that you apply to partners, not only just to have a second choice, but another partner that you're potentially interested in case you don't get your first choice. The third step would be me nominating you to the partner officially. So I'll be sending out all the preliminary information that you submitted through GWSB, basically telling the partner that you've been vetted on our end, that you're a great candidate, and that you'll be a great representative of GW. And then the partner will then reach out with an application that you have to fill out on their end. So they have to get you registered in their system in order to register for classes and get you set up at their level. So you'll be in contact with them for those items. And at the end, the partner will officially send you all the documents accepting the exchange. You'll be able to proceed with visa applications and all those items before you actually go in country. For the application deadline, as I mentioned earlier, March 19 is for the fall and priority spring. September 10 is the final deadline for spring 2024 exchange. Again, I highly encourage you, if you already know that you want to study in the spring of 2024, submit that application now so that you can be considered a priority for the spring. Studying in financial aid. So students going on exchanges do qualify for financial aid. So any funding that you would have through GW, so let's say you are a recipient of the Forte Fellowship, for example, because all of these exchange programs are built in GW, you're paying the GW tuition, that award will still apply to the tuition charge. So if your scholarship requires you to be enrolled in 9 credits, for example, as long as you are taking 9 credits abroad, you enrolled in the Exchange 235 course for 9 credits, your tuition, your award will still apply as usual. So you also, of course, qualify for additional financial aid should you need it. The cost of living at destination will be out of pocket, but I'm very, very happy to announce that we are able to offer scholarships for all committed students. So there's going to be a small pool of money, about $1,500 per student, that will be dispersed in the format of a reimbursement. So once students it's not just that you commit to the program and you get the money, you have to commit to the program, make all of your arrangements, including airfare, lodging, and then submit those for reimbursement. And then you'll get that money back up to $1,500. So I'm very happy to have that back since we weren't able to offer scholarships for a couple of years. So that will be a resource that students will have. All right, now last but not least, just wanted to introduce some of the students, introduce the experience from the student side, because I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing from me. So in the fall 2022, we had 3 students studying at our partner universities. 2 of them were MSIB students, 1 MBA, who actually just came back. So, Michael just returned to Seoul a couple of weeks ago. He had a great experience at Korea University Business School. Ola actually continued on to do a second exchange at ESSEC Business School, so she's still abroad. So that just gives you, an idea of sort of who of your colleagues are currently abroad. Currently in the spring, we have 7 students who are currently abroad or preparing to go abroad, depending on when their the start dates are. We'll have students at the University of Cape Town, at EDEC Business School, ESSEC, Bocconi, and Korea University Business School. Now, who's here with us? So in the fall, we hosted 7 students from those exact same partners who again departed early January. They had a fantastic time here at GW. They loved, mixing and mingling with GWSB students and being in DC for the semester. And then in the spring, we are hosting these 5 folks who just arrived 3 weeks ago. They started classes. And if you're interested in meeting any of these folks, we actually have the GNE Fair on Thursday, which I invited them to. So if you're interested in, for example, their institutions, CUHK, Grenoble, Bocconi, EDEC, and then you want to learn more, these are some great ambassadors, folks that you can refer to. So these folks are currently here. You may be taking classes with them, or you may have seen them in the hallways. What can you do now? Well, you can stay in touch with us at sbntl@gw.edu if you have any questions or need more information about a specific partner. You can visit our website, learn more about our different partners. Check out our blog. Our blog has been designed to really put forward student voices. So we have student materials in there. These are blogs that are written by students who did our, short-term, long-term abroad programs, which would be a great reference point. Connect with us on social media. We're very active on Instagram and LinkedIn, especially. So if you want to know what's going on, what with our office, our partners would randomly have opportunities like seminars that are virtual and open to all students from around the world. They'll have symposiums and all those types of opportunities that we post on social media, because the time frame is maybe like too short to send an email. So it's a very, very easy way to get engaged on the global side, because we share a ton of information on our social media. So please make sure to follow us on social media. So that brings this presentation to the end. We have about 9 minutes for questions. So I will now proceed to stop the recording and open it up as students in the audience have questions. So let's see. Let's end the recording now.